Right. We will continue the lecture. So then, let me open the project folder. Right. IT 162 day 1. Right. So this is the day 2. So right. So in the first lesson, we have discussed about these things, right? We have completed the home tab, right? Then the word art and the column dividing, and also the page layout and margin, and also how to add a picture, right? How to add the picture. Then today's session will continue the word uh, lecture, right? So, and also I have mentioned how to use some keyboard shortcuts, right? How to use some keyboard shortcuts, right? So I have given an exercise also, so you can send it to me using the email address, right? So I will add the email address somewhere here, right? So let me add the email address, right? So my email address is this one, right? So this is my email address, right? So let me create a new uh, Word document, otherwise we'll continue from this, right? We'll continue with this, right? So now we'll see, if you go to the home tab, so let me pin it, right? We have learned about the font tab, paragraph tab, and we have added a word art. If you go to insert, you can add a word art here, right? And also we have used the layout tab to divide the columns, and in the insert tab we have studied how to add the pictures, right? Now we will proceed further, and now today we are gonna learn about the word lists, right? Word list, right? So what we are going to learn today, we are going to learn about word lists, right? Word list, right? Here I have done it also, right? Sorry, so I have done about the bullet list and the numbered list also, right? So we have done so much, right? Sorry, yeah. How to add the word that, likewise we have done. Then what else we should learn? Then we'll learn about the header and footer, right? Header and footer, and how to add uh, graphs and tables and some other multimedia, right? And I will tell you how to add the drop cap also, right? Drop cap also, right? So let me add a new page. So you know at this point how to add a new page, right? So go to the bottom of the page, right? Bottom of the page like this, and you can go to the new and select the blank page, right? Now you have a blank new page. Right? So first we'll see how you can add a small chart. So if you go to the insert tab, here you have a option called chart, right? Chart. So just click that, right? Click that. Then you can select a chart, right? So the most popular chart is the clustered column chart. So let me select the column option, and here you can select the clustered column chart, then press OK. Right. Then it will take some time. Then you can see a graph has been inserted, right? So I need to add some data for this graph, right? So let me add the sales detail of a book here, right? So I will add sales detail of a book here, right? So if you close this one, you can't edit it, right? So if you close the box which appeared here, you can't edit this, right? So how you can edit this one? How you can edit this one? To edit this, you should just select it and right click it and give the option called edit data. You should select the option called edit data, right? So if you select it, here you can see it will open up a Excel window, right? It will open up a Excel window here. So this is a Excel window. This is a Excel window, right? So here you can use it to customize the data, right? So let me show you, right? So we'll do a small Excel lesson afterwards. Before that, I will show you quickly, right? So here it says category 1, 2, 3. So you can edit it, right? Book 1, book 2, and book 3, right? Assuming you only have books, 3 books, right? Then here the series, you can add the months, right? January, February, and March. Then the amounts of months, the amounts of books, right? So you can see it's gradually uh, change, right? It will change, right? Gradually change, right? So you can just press Ctrl S to save, and you can close, right? You can close, right? So here, if you see it correctly, right? Again, I have selected the select data to see it correctly. What it says here for the book 1, January, it's 10, February 20, and 30, right? If it is complex, I will do something like this, right? Just add sales, here, sales, then I'm going to delete these things, right? Because otherwise it will confuse you, right? Now right? Now it's simple, right? Book 1, 10 sold, book 2, 50, book 3, 25 sold, right? Likewise, you can add the graph, right? You can add the graph, right? You can there you can add other graphs also, right? For the same data set, you can add the other graph, right? So let me add another one. Go to insert, right? Then select different type of graph, right? Go to chart. So graph, same thing. Then here you have pie charts, right? Pie charts. It's also a popular type, right? So let me go and select this one, select and press OK. Right here you can have the pie chart for random set of data, right? So if you change them, you can make them change, right? Likewise, you can change, right? So that's about the graphs, right? That's about the graphs, right? And most interesting thing is you can change the graph style, right? You can change the graph style. So how to change the graph style? Just select it, right? Just select it and go to the chart design or the format, right? Go to the chart design or the format, right? So here, so if you like the dark theme, you can select it, right? Utilize, and then even you can change the theme colors, right? Theme colors, right? Likewise, you can change. Right? So if you select this, it will add, right? Otherwise, you can individually change the graph colors. Individually change the graph colors. So how? How to change it? So just select it like this. Again select. Now right click, and here you can change it. Individually change if you like. Right? Again select, right click, fill color. Right? Likewise, you can individually change. And same here for the pie chart even. For the pie chart even, you can do the same. And you can do the same. Right? Hope you got that. Right? Let me save Control S. Right? Then what about these things? What do you call these things? We call them as the chart utilities here, right? So if you just click on the chart, here you can see a plus sign, right? Here you can see a plus sign, right? So it says chart elements, right? So once you click on these chart elements, you can see here it shows the axis, right? Axis kiliyan here this is the axis, right? X and Y axis, right? So currently this is the X axis and it shows the book number, book 1, 2, 3, and the Y axis shows the number of books. Y axis shows the number of books, right? So here if I enable this, it will show you here axis title, so you can double click here and add like this book name, right? For this one it's going to be number of books or sales, right? Sorry, it's going to be number of books or sales, right? Here this one, right? It's the number of books or sales, right? Sales, right? Then present, right? Likewise you can change. And also that's not all, right? You have more. So if you click here, you can add data labels. So here now you can see the count 10, 22, 50, like, right? And even you can add the data table also here. If you add this before the below the uh, below the chart, you can see the table, data table here. This was the one exist on the Excel even, right? If you don't want, you can just remove this, right? Data labels no need, access title no need, axis no need, you can remove, right? Cool. So what about this legend? Legend means what is the meaning of these colors. If you add the legend, you can quickly see what's the meaning of these things. Yeah, what's the meaning of this? Even you can move it like this. Yeah, you can keep it where you want, right? Right. So that's how you change the uh, graph, right? That's how you change the graph and uh, then get whatever the result you want, right? Right. Then we'll proceed, right? So now you know how to add graphs, right? Today I will give you an exercise, right? So you can send me the exercise, 2 exercises together to my email address, so I can mark them, right? Then here same for this one. Then graphs, right? Now we'll see how we can add a table, right? How to add a table. So if you go and select the insert table option, you can easily draw a table using this. You can easily draw a table using this option, right? So if you click here, here you, if you when you draw it, it will automatically draw. Yeah, when you draw it, it will automatically draw. Yeah. So let me add a uh, table with 2 columns and 2 rows, right? I hope you can you know the what's the difference between the row and the table, row and the column, right? Rows means these horizontal things and columns means these things, right? 2 columns, 2 rows, right? So you can add data here, right? So this is going to be the column 1 and this is going to be the column 2, right? This is going to be the column 2, right? Then you can add data, right? Data 1, data 2. Likewise you can customize, right? You can customize, right? So what about the column? So if you want to move it, you can move it like this. Just click and hold from this handle here and drag like this, right? Yeah. You can move it, otherwise you can just press enter, right? So here if you go here and press enter, it will move to the next page, right? It will move to the next page, right? Data 1, data 2, likewise, right? And also you can customize this table using the table design, right? So if you click over here, you can see there's a menu, right? There's a menu. So if you go there, you can add the table colors here, right? So if you select the entire table, so how to select the entire table? You should go and click on this option here, then table design or table layout. Just go to table design. Here from this drop down you can select any style here, any style you can select. Likewise you can select the styles, right? Table styles, right? Control S to save. Then you can arrange the column or cell width. If you prefer to resize this column width, you can zoom it, and here when you see this icon, it means you can edit it, right? This icon, you can edit it. If you need more space for the first one, you can edit it like this. Likewise, you can edit the column width. Then we have discussed about how to add a table. We can add another row by right clicking. If you right click here, just select this and right click, you have the option to insert rows. Here, insert rows above or below. If you press the option above, it will add a new column row in between 1 and 3. If you need to add another one after 3, insert rows below. Insert rows below. Now we'll discuss about the shapes, right? We'll discuss about the shapes, how to insert shapes. If you go to the insert tab, here you can see a drop down, shapes drop down. So if you go here, you can select shapes. If you go here, you can select shapes. Here, this is a rectangle. This is a oval, right? So there's a problem. So when you are trying to draw a oval and a rectangle, you can't draw perfect ones. Imagine you need to draw a square. So in that case, you can use the shift key, shift plus draw. While holding the shift key, if you draw, you can draw perfect shapes. Perfect shapes. See? Click here. So while holding the shift, you can draw perfect shapes. Likewise, you can draw perfect shapes. Right. Then what? Then how to format these shapes? Even you can type on these shapes, right? This is a rectangle. This is rectangle. Right? You can type, right? Just click and type, right? One click and type. Oval, right? Square, circle. Where's the other part? It's missing, right? Okay. Because of the size. So here even you can press shift and resize, then it won't lose its proportion. It won't lose its proportion, right? Then how to change these shapes? Select and go to shape format and shape fill. You can change the color. If you need to change the font size or the font style, select, go to shape format, this one. This from here you can change. Otherwise you can go to the home and change the font color. This one, red color. Likewise you can change. Not that all, we have more. We have discussed about how to add shapes, pictures, and we have another option called smart art. We have another option called smart art. Imagine you need to draw the structure, the hierarchy of a school. Hierarchy of a school. So in that case, you need the organizational chart. So if you go to the smart art, here we have an option called hierarchy. We have an option called hierarchy. So when you go there, here we can find some hierarchical designs, right? So let me choose this one, otherwise this one, right? Right. So what we have? We have a hierarchical design. We have a hierarchical design, right? So you can move it. So how to move it? It's not impossible. You can't move it, right? So how to move it? So when you add a picture or something, so I have mentioned in the previous session, you need to customize the layout, right? Layout of the picture, right? So here, if I come to the previous example, if you click here, so what's the layout? So if you click here, you can see it's in the square layout. It's in the square layout. So same like that, you should select the suitable layout for the for your smart art, right? For your smart art, you should select a suitable layout, right? So let me come to the downside, right? So to come to the bottom, you can use the shortcut control plus end, right? Control plus end, control key plus end key on your keyboard, right? So I'm going to select this smart art, then you can select the option right here, this one, and here I'm going to select this option, top and bottom. And so when I click it, now I can drag it here. Now I can drag it and place, right? Now it's okay. Right, now I will show you how to utilize it. Select this, and I need to change the size of this. If you want, you can change individually, right? Otherwise you can change them manually, individually, or as a group you can change like this. Make it center, then start. I'm going to add principal, then change the font size. It's too much, maybe 16, it's too much. 14 is good. 14 is good, right? Then here also you can add one, but here it's not necessary. You don't have a branch like this. So how to delete it? Just select it, right click. No, just select it and delete. Select and delete button, right? Then you only have these three options, right? So here I am going to add vice principal one. So I'm going to copy it, paste, and edit the text likewise.